think it was in 2009 or 2010. At that time, I was playing volleyball and then started watching like NBA games. I think I watched the year the Lakers and Kobe won and just fell in love. And then I was just like, maybe I can do this.
The NBA draft is getting shook up like dice at the craps table. Potential #1 overall pick Joel Embiid won't be able to attend the draft because he's having surgery on his broken right foot. Embiid now drops from the #1 overall pick to #4.
I think in this day and age, you're going to need somebody to really beat the dude who I think is really going to be the next player in the NBA to change how the direction the league's going to go, and that's Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis will be, but I don't think he's going to be able to reach that level. I really don't. I really don't.
I'll say average because I'm always one of the big guys from that footage. Yao Ming went through it too. This Ilgauskas went through it. And Wall, his career was ruined. He was an MVP. He had to finish.
That's perfect.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Loki OJ back with another video. This time I was thinking of posing the question of whether or not Joel Embiid would be the best center in the NBA. I know he hasn't been playing for like the past 2 years because of just his foot injuries and injuries in general. But I don't know, that could be a good thing, you know, because some players, like for example Blake Griffin, had an injury his first rookie season, came back, was an absolute beast, won the Rookie of the Year, fashionable fashion, the dunk contest and everything, you know. So like it can't all be a bad thing, you know. And with the videos that have been coming out with Joel Embiid doing his training and everything, you know, he looks really, really good. His athleticism for his size at 7'2", that speed and the strength that he put on, like this dude's gonna be a force in the NBA. Because right now, if you look at the NBA landscape for the center position, like it has a bright future, but at the moment right now, having your best center to be DeMarcus Cousins, who is, like in my opinion, arguably the best offensive center in NBA history, but his defense is non-existent. It's absolutely non-existent. This dude, like, even if he did try, and even when he does try on defense, he just doesn't have the athleticism to back him or the length, you know. But Joel Embiid has all of that. But also you have Karl Anthony Towns on the Minnesota Timberwolves, who looks really, really good. But you could argue that he's more of a power forward than he is a center. Kind of like you could argue Anthony Davis is a power forward more than a center, because like that's the position where I would put him in if I had a center that I could rely on because of his ability to stretch the floor and everything. But if you were just looking at straight up centers, otherwise you would just have like Jahlil Okafor, Andre Drummond, and who else? Hassan Whiteside in that position, which really isn't that great because all of them are, I don't know, they don't have the upside of an Embiid, you know. Because for example, Okafor, actually maybe Andre Drummond has a lot of upside, but he has to work a lot on his offensive game. And the only bad thing about him is when he gets older, he will not be able to compete as much unless he really improves on the offensive game, because right now Drummond just relies like purely on his athleticism, which is the best in the position. Well, actually, if Embiid comes back and he looks like the way he looks like in his training footage, you could make a case that Joel Embiid is the most athletic center in the NBA. But right now, the way the NBA is looking, you got Karl Anthony Towns and DeMarcus Cousins as the two most skilled centers in the NBA, and then Hassan Whiteside's just below them, and then you got the rest of the pack, you know. Jahlil Okafor. Actually, Jahlil Okafor, offensively, he's in that conversation too. I completely forgot about him. It's gonna be interesting how the 76ers are gonna work it out, but because they have Simmons coming in who can't shoot, you got Noel in there who can't shoot mid-rangers, and you got Jahlil Okafor who he's got the ugliest jump shot in the history of, oh god, this is a terrible jump shot. I don't know how you have such a bad jump shot. Like, if your job is to play basketball, you've been playing ball for your whole life, how can your jump shot be so ugly? I don't know, but it doesn't matter because he's got the smoothest moves in the post. Like, I don't know. It rivals DeMarcus Cousins. But we'll see when the NBA season comes up. So if you guys like the video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and share your opinions. If you have any ideas on who I should do next, or if you think that I'm wrong in this, if you don't think that Embiid has any potential, if you think that Embiid's just like a run-of-the-mill player, put it in the comment section. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh yeah, and I forgot, there's still Marc Gasol, Dwight Howard, Al Horford, Vukovic, and Brook Lopez, you know, and DeAndre Jordan. You could put Gobert in the conversation too, but most of those guys are just defensive centers. Even with Marc Gasol, even though he doesn't have the physical capabilities to be a defensive center, he has the basketball intellect, you know. But just those guys, like the main reason why I didn't mention them is because they don't really have much of an upside, and they're not really part of the future of the position. You know what I mean? Like they're either at their peak right now, or they're on their way out. And maybe the only one that I could see maybe having like a revival would be Dwight Howard going to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are looking really good right now. Like they could be like what's it called? The A team, you know, the team of all these old ass people coming together, but like they used to be good at one point, and then like see how it's gonna go. But yeah, that's about it. I just put that in so that no one in the comment section is gonna be like, oh, but you forgot about Dwight Howard, Brook Lopez, DeAndre Jordan, Gobert, Marc Lopez, and Paul Gasol is not a center. I want to get that straight. Paul Gasol is not a center. He is not a center. You made it this far into the video, so you might as well at the very least, leave a comment telling me how you thought the video was. If you liked the video, if you didn't, if you did like the video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like. If you subscribe to the channel, if you want to hear more of this type of thing, and if you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. You know, tell me your opinions. I'd really appreciate your insight onto all this, and hopefully it was a good video. That's all I'm here for. I hope to entertain. But hope you're back for the next one.